Location to be exact is on Manchester and Isis and Inglewood. Long story short, and I have everything recorded, and I pulled my food stamp record up and I showed them. Long story short, last night between the hours of 12 and 12:30, a coworker decided he didn't like that I had my puppy. So out of literal jealousy, he decided to not only tell me that I didn't have enough on my food stamp card, which I knew was a lie. I had over $100. He charged me several times. The first time he charged me $22.75. The first three times. The fourth time, ma'am, he charged me $54.79. And he tried to tell me that I didn't have enough on my card for the whole transaction, or I only have $14 left. If I only have $14 left, then why did you charge me $22.75 three times and then turn around and charge me $54.79? Ma'am, he lied and told me he didn't know how to put the money back on my card. I know for a fact it's a simple push a few buttons swipe of a card. He told me to come back and the lady will be here in the morning. Now he knew that the female boss wouldn't be here. It was another guy. And he lied and told me. I know I can say lie because if that was the manager, his ass needs to be fired too because he would have to be lying. So the individual that he had me talk to, I explained verbatim, recording the entire time like he knew I was. And I told him how he took me for my money and how he charged me $122.74. But out of all of that, I was only supposed to be charged $22.74. This man took $100 from me. That's a federal offense. My request, because I'm going to be also sending a letter, I'm going overhead with this one. Because this type of shit goes on in Southern California and they get away with it. This is not the first time that an establishment has did this. It's happened twice before. And I had to get over it because I was a freshly homeless person in California. It was the middle of the pandemic. I had no way I could get back at these people. This was entirely too much money for me to just be okay with. So when I came into the store and explained to the manager that I need him both fired and I need you to know I'm going over corporate's head. Because on top of how he needs to be punished, I will be suing for this because once again, sir, this is a federal offense. Oh, he kept trying to get away from me to say, oh, I can see, go look in the back. I said, no, I have the records right here. I showed him the records and he said, oh, well, see, I don't know for a fact if that was in this store. I said, listen, you need to stop fucking with me because I told you because I told him I already called corporate is what I did. That made it even worse because I just told you I talked to corporate already and you still don't care. So he tells me, keep in mind, another point I made. Everything I'm saying in front of this coworker of yours, in front of your employee, he has not defended himself one time. I said, you cannot make me know that it's people that crazy in this world, that incompetent, that he will do what he's doing knowing that he can risk federal prison time, let alone definitely being fired. And the fact that this happened to him, and after he told me he was going to go check the cameras, before he went to check the cameras, he made sure to ask me, oh, I forgot, what time did this happen? I said, you just listened to me give you the timestamp / it's not my job to tell you what time it happened. Why have you been here as the alleged manager this whole time and your employee hasn't gave you information on any of this? I said, it happened between 12 and 12:30. Well, can you show me that? Are you sure? Do you have your receipt? I said, listen, either you're going to go get my money for me or I'm going to let your manager get my money. I'm sorry, or I'm going to let the manager that's over you in corporate get my money for me. Ma'am, do you know he went in the back and he never brought his ass back out? I told them I have runs to make, I have business to take care of. Not only will I be back for my money, but I will be calling corporate to make sure that they know about what's going on in their establishment. Because, ma'am, I need you to know, I'm from Detroit, Michigan. Situations like this in very violent ways. Because this is California and you can get locked up for anything, and it's such a racist land that I'm in right now, people do things like that knowing they're not going to be held accountable, knowing they're not going to be in trouble. Once again, after I get off the phone with you, I'm going to be going down to the ACLU with these videos that I have of both my conversation with you and your clients the last not even 10 hours. Because as stated, this happened at between the hours of 12 and 12:30 when he took the money from me. And when I came back, it was almost 1 o'clock. So have an understanding, ma'am, it hasn't even been half a day. It hasn't even been 12 hours, and this man is still at work, and he's doing this knowing that he doesn't have a damn thing to worry about. So I'm going to go ahead and give you the floor and ask if there is anything that you can do about, can I call your number? Can I call somebody so I can get my money back? Because whether or not I get my money back, I'm going to be suing you all, and I'm still going to the ACLU. This is disrespectful as fuck. And he took from me. That was a federal offense, and he laughed in my face on camera about it, man. Once again, this is all recorded. That's what makes this that much sicker. Hello? You said you're gonna do what?